So we are working on problem number 8. Bella brought 5/8 of a gallon of fruit punch to a party. Mark brought 3/4 of a gallon of fruit punch to the same party. How much fruit punch did Bella and Mark bring to the party? So we need to start off with our sentences. And you can see that I have an sentence of, they brought gallons of punch. So now I need to decide what it is that I need to do to solve this problem. So when I look at this and I think about how much Bella brought and how much Mark brought, I can recognize that this is a part-whole model for a tape diagram. So I'm going to set up my tape diagram, and I'm going to have the part that Bella brought. I'm going to have the part that Mark brought. And I need to know that total. I need to know how much they brought together. So I can label my tape diagram and say that Bella brought 5/8 and that Mark brought 3/4 of a gallon. And again, I need to know how much they brought together. I need to know the whole amount of punch they brought. So I can set up and say that I need to add 5/8 because I know my two parts plus 3/4. So when I look at these two fractions, I know that I need to find a common denominator. I do not have a common denominator. That's the most important thing. First thing I ask myself, can I add them? Do they have a common denominator? No. I need to find one. So remember, we talked about doing your work off to the side. I can think about my least common multiple, because if I can find my least common multiple, that will give me my least common denominator. So I'm going to start with my bigger number and count by 8. And the first multiple of 8 is 8. And lo and behold, 8 works with 4 because 8 divided by 4 would give me 2. So I don't need to change my 5/8 because I am going to use the denominator of 8. But I do need to change 3/4. So again, if I need to do that, I can do that off to the side and say that 3/4 times 2/2, or that version of 1, 2/2, would give me 6/8. So I know that I'm adding 5/8 plus 6/8. Now that I have a common unit, a common denominator, I can say that 5/8 plus 6/8 gives me 11/8. And 11/8 equals 1 3/8. I can divide my numerator, 11, by 8 to find out how many whole groups of 8 I have in there. I have 1 with 3/8 left over, 1 3/8.